If you want to walk the long way, go for it. But Riley needs to be happy. I'm not missing that train. Bing Bong knows what he's doing. He's part dolphin. They're very smart.
There are so many ways to use Pixar's Inside Out to explore mental health. However, today I want to focus in on a little scene that I think beautifully illustrates what it means to respond to someone with empathy. Before we jump right into that scene, I want to give some time to one of my favorite authors to teach us what she has learned about empathy. And then this is going to give us a framework from which we can look at the clip that I'm going to show you in just a minute. So, here's Brené Brown.
Empathy, it's very interesting. Teresa Wiseman is a nursing scholar who studied professions, very diverse professions where empathy is relevant, and came up with 4 qualities of empathy. Perspective taking, the ability to take the perspective of another person or recognize their perspective as their truth. Staying out of judgment, not easy when you enjoy it as much as most of us do. Recognizing emotion in other people and then communicating that. Empathy is feeling with people. And to me, I always think of empathy as this kind of sacred space when someone's kind of in a deep hole and they shout out from the bottom and they say, I'm stuck, it's dark, I'm overwhelmed. And then we look and we say, hey, you can climb down. I know what it's like down here. And you're not alone. Empathy is a choice, and it's a vulnerable choice, because in order to connect with you, I have to connect with something in myself that knows that feeling. But one of the things we do sometimes in the face of very difficult conversations is we try to make things better. If I share something with you that's very difficult, I'd rather you say, I don't even know what to say right now, I'm just so glad you told me. Because the truth is, rarely can a response make something better. What makes something better is connection.
Okay, now with this in mind, watch this demonstrated by the character Sadness in the movie Inside Out. Watch how she responds to someone in grief, someone in pain.
My rocket! Wait, Riley and I were still using that rocket. It still has some song power left. Who's your friend who likes to play? No, you can't take my rocket to the dump! Riley and I are going to the moon! Riley can't be done with me.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. We can fix this. We just need to get back to headquarters. Which way to the train station?
I had a whole trip planned for us.
Hey, who's ticklish, huh? Here comes the tickle monster. Hey, Bing Bong, look at this. Oh, here's a fun game. You point to the train station and we all go there. Won't that be fun? Come on, let's go to the train station.
I'm sorry they took your rocket. They took something that you loved. It's gone. Forever.
Sadness. Don't make him feel worse.
Sorry.
It's all I had left of Riley.
I bet you and Riley had great adventures.
Oh, they were wonderful. Once we flew back in time, we had breakfast twice that day.
Sadness.
It sounds amazing. I bet Riley liked it.
Oh, she did. We were best friends.
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm okay now. Come on. The train station is this way.
How did you do that?
I don't know. He was sad, so I listened to what...
Hey! There's the train!
This is a cool scene. Joy is first starting to notice the unique place of power that Sadness has in Riley's brain. Using Brené Brown's analogy, Sadness is able to get down into the hole with Bing Bong in a way that Joy isn't able to at this point. And interestingly, what Joy does is often what we do when someone we care about is in pain.
This is the circle of sadness. Your job is to make sure that all the sadness stays inside of it.
Throughout the movie, we see that Joy is very invested in steering Riley away from pain.
Hey, all through the drive, Dad talked about how cool our new room is. Let's go check it out.
It's gonna be great. Yes. No.
I'm starting to envy the dead mouse.
Get out the rubber ball. We're in solitary confinement.
Riley can't live here.
He's right.
It's the worst.
Really bad.
It's absolutely the worst.
This house
It's
stinks.
the worst place I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
Hey, it's nothing our butterfly curtains couldn't fix. I read somewhere that an empty room is an opportunity.
Where did you read that?
It doesn't matter, I read it, and it's great. We'll put the bed there, and the desk over there.
The hockey lamp goes there. Put the chair there.
Well, the trophy collection.
Over there. The poster there. Stars. We need more. Yeah, I like that.
Now we're talking. Let's go get our stuff from the moving van.
From Joy's perspective, and ours probably, the purpose of life is to quickly and efficiently move away from pain. So we see this here in the scene. She's trying to do this job. We have to cheer them up. We have to say the right thing. We have to fix the problem. We're going to literally drag them out of their sadness. We just want to get rid of that pain. Now, truthfully, these things, cheering someone up and, giving them advice, stuff like that, that's not necessarily bad. Sometimes some advice can be helpful, but something really subtle happens as we try to do this job. We shift the focus away from the person that we're with in that moment, the person that we're sitting with. And all of a sudden we become focused on ourselves and what our responsibility is. We're thinking about what the right thing to do or say is. So let's back up for a minute. Let's recognize how awesome Joy is here. Joy's superpower is to help Riley shift gears towards positive things. This motivates her in a forward movement. And this power of positive thinking, again, imagine me doing air quotes here, this is no doubt helpful in some respects because sometimes sadness can keep us from moving forward. However, Joy's approach could be unhelpful and not very empathetic when someone needs to feel and process painful emotions in order to move forward.
I'm okay now.
Sometimes the only way forward is to sit with and to feel the pain. Someone might ask, Mike, what if I don't get it? I have this person in front of me. I don't understand what they're going through. What if I've never experienced what that person is experiencing? Well, here's the thing. Sadness had never had her magic flying rocket destroyed. But that didn't stop her from connecting. She honed in on the feeling, the emotion that Bing Bong was experiencing. I love this quote by Terence, a Roman African playwright that lived during the time of the Roman Republic. Terence said, "Nothing human is foreign to me." Why is this? Because when we look closely enough at a situation, we realize that each situation ultimately boils down to some common emotions that we all feel, whether it's sadness or loneliness, loss, anger. So here's a tip. Next time you sit with someone and they're in pain, think less about the situation they're in and be curious about the emotion that they are feeling. Then ask yourself, turn inwards and say, have I felt this before? Chances are you have.
Joy, you gotta fix this. Get up there. Sadness, it's up to you.
Me?
Sadness?
I can't, Joy.
Yes, you can. Riley needs you.
So as we sit with people, consider that they may need to feel and process what they're feeling as part of their forward progression. And that if we, like Joy, are trying to take them too quickly out of their pain, it may be unhelpful. Hopefully we can remember as we sit with people the example of sadness. Put a little hand on Bing Bong's hand and say, I'm here for you. And I'm sitting with you in the hole. And we're both going to experience this together.
Please don't be mad.
Oh, sweetie.
We're not mad. You know what? I miss Minnesota too. I miss the woods where we took hikes.
In the backyard where you used to play.
Spring Lake, where you learned to skate. Come here.
I loved you in Fairy Dream Adventure Part 7. Okay, bye. I love you.